Hello students, we have already completed morphology of flowering plants. In this section, we have completed root, stem, leaf, inflorescence in brief, which is not there for annual exam. But the flower, considering example hibiscus, the floral whorls, their members, followed by seed and fruit is already covered in the last session. In this session, I will be concluding with technical description of flowering plant. Though the heading says flowering plant, but it is the short, in brief, floral formula, how it is represented, means using symbols how best we can describe the flower, that we are learning in today's session. I already explained some terms when I delivered the class on the flower and the floral whorls. But today's session is exclusively for learning the symbols and how to represent the technical terms in brief to describe a typical flower. Let us begin with the first technical term, BR. BR stands for bracteate. The small leaf, in its axil the flower develops. That small leaf is either single or they are in paired. These are considered as bracts. Flower with bract are said to be bracteate, represented by BR. Without, we call EBR. EBR in the sense ebracteate. Without bracts. Let us move on to the next term, BRL. These are small green outgrowths at the apex of the pedicel. Pedicel is the stalk of the flower. Flower with bracteoles are said to be bracteolate, and without considered as ebracteolate. Next, let us describe the symmetry of the flower. This symbol represents actinomorphic symmetry. Actinomorphic, a cut passing through any plane will divide flower in two equal parts, represented by this symbol. Then, flower through which only one section passing through the central axis, dividing flower in two equal parts, represented by this symbol. This is said to be zygomorphic symmetry or zygomorphic flower. Next, this symbolizes the flower with androecium. These are the male flowers, and male flowers we call staminate flowers. These are said to be unisexual or incomplete flowers. Next symbol representing the flower with gynoecium. It is said to be pistillate or the female flower. These are also incomplete flowers. To represent bisexual flower means flower is having androecium and gynoecium both. It is said to be bisexual flower. So bisexual flower represented by this symbol. Coming to the next symbol, K stands for calyx. C stands for corolla. A stands for androecium. G stands for gynoecium. When calyx having 5 members, it is written as subscript as the number 5. When it is written as K5, this is the calyx polysepalous. Sepals are free and total sepals are 5 in number. If sepals are united, it is gamosepalous condition where we need to put the bracket, means sepals are united. Coming to corolla C, here also say 5 petals, they are free, so it is polypetalous. If they are fused, we need to put bracket, that is calyx with 5 members and they are united. Coming to next, androecium. Now this androecium is represented as A. The same members are 5. They are fused. It is Adelphi. If we write like this, means the members of androecium stamens attached to petals. This is called as epipetalous. There are some flowers where perianth is present. Perianth, it is the flower where calyx and corolla, means sepals and petals are fused. And members of perianth are called as tepals. Say these are 5 tepals. And if the term written like this, means the stamens attached to perianth or tepals, it is said to be epiphylous. It is epipetalous, this is epiphylous. Then gynoecium. Say these are the members. It is pentamerous flower. I have taken each whorl made up of 5 members. If there is no bracket, it is called apocarpous, means carpels are free from each other. Gynoecium, 5 members with bracket, it is syncarpous. Now here, I'll write here, it is continuation of gynoecium. This is to specify position of the ovary. Ovary is superior, the flower is said to be hypogynous. Ovary is half inferior, half superior. It is said to be perigynous flower. This depends on the shape of the thalamus, which I mentioned in previous class. If we write like this, the flower where ovary is inferior, because thalamus is like a vase or flask shaped enclosing the ovary. This flower is said to be epigynous. So these are some technical terms to describe the typical flower. Floral diagram we will study in the practical session after learning 2 families which are included under division Angiospermae. One family is of dicotyledonous group and one family is under monocotyledonous group. Let me revise once again. There are symbols called technical terms to describe the floral condition in short frame. To describe this, these are the symbolic representations we are using. BR, flower with bract. EBR, flower without bract. BRL, flower with bracteoles. EBRL, flower without bracteoles. Circle having plus sign. A section passing through any plane dividing flower in 2 equal parts is actinomorphic flower. In kingdom Animalia, for this symmetry we call radial symmetry. Next, percentage symbol, a cut passing through only one plane dividing flower in 2 equal parts is zygomorphic flower. For animals we call this as bilateral symmetry. Then staminate flower is male flower, pistillate flower is female flower, and flower with androecium and gynoecium are said to be bisexual. K calyx, C corolla, A androecium, G gynoecium. Number, when it is written as a subscript, it describes the members in that particular whorl. If there is a bracket, they are in united condition. If there is no bracket, they are free from each other. These terms describing position of the ovary based on the shape of the thalamus. With this, I'll conclude today's session. Thank you very much.